Hey kids, this week's question comes from Cohen, and Cohen asks, what's it like in heaven? Man, that is a great question. It's a question that people have been wondering about for thousands of years. It's such a popular question that even lately in pop culture, like movies and songs and books and even cartoons, there are people who focus on what they think heaven might be like because they're so interested to know, what will heaven be like? So great question, Cohen. I think there's two reasons why people ask this question. Number one is because of what God says in Ecclesiastes 3:11. It says that He has made everything beautiful in its time. Also, He has put eternity into man's heart. There is a longing in the human heart to know God and to love God and to be with God because God made us that way. We want to know what it's like to be where God is, and that's a really good thing. But the other reason why I think we all ask this question is because God has not, on purpose, told us much about the details of heaven. 1 Corinthians 2:9 says, "No eye has seen, nor ear heard, nor the heart of man imagined what God has prepared for those who love Him." Jesus Himself said in John chapter 3, verse 13, "No one has ascended into heaven except He who descended from heaven, the Son of Man." Meaning that Jesus, the one, the only one who came from heaven and knew what heaven looked like, even He didn't spend His 3 years of ministry telling us what heaven was all about. I think that God was telling us the details of heaven aren't nearly as important as the details of what it takes to get to heaven. You see, the Bible isn't a storybook about heaven. It's a storybook about the God of heaven and all that He did to get us to heaven and what it looks like to know and love and follow Him as people who are on our way to heaven. Ultimately, what the Bible tells us heaven's going to be like is all about the glory of God. The book of Revelation gives us all these amazing pictures of how glorious God is and what it looks like to be in heaven and to see Him for who He is. Think about it. All the precious jewels and metals that we use for our jewelry and our expensive decorations in our house, God says is He paves His streets with that stuff. All of that points us to one true fact, that though we don't know much about what heaven's going to really look like, we know we're going to be with God and we know it's going to be awesome. And so kids, here's my question for you. What are the most important things for us to focus on right here and right now until we get to heaven? Talk to your parents about what are the most important things that Jesus taught about and how they can help you understand those more and more.